The draft is tomorrow. If you're tuning into this, I will say this at the beginning of every topic from now on because these will be individually on YouTube as well. Join us for the draft tomorrow night, 5:45 Central Time is when we'll go live. Dave, we talked about the Pelicans-Bucks deal. We talked about the Bucks side. The Pelicans side, they get the 24th pick in this draft. They now have, I think it's the 13th pick and the 24th pick in the first round of this draft. What do they do with the 24th? Are they going to sit here and pick? Or is this a, hey, now I can package 13 and 24 or package 24 and another player and move up in this draft if they really like someone?
I'd love them to move up in this draft. That's my thing. It's like they're a young team. They've already got a handful of guys that are still working on developing. Like 2 more, again, this year wouldn't be a problem, but like if you go up there and get one of those blue chip prospects at the top of this draft, it could be worth it. A lot of people talking a lot of shit about how this draft is bad and next year's going to be great. Next year could be great. We all love next year's draft because it's not happening right now. And a lot of the prospects haven't been exposed by playing people with the ability to be above 5'9" and, have athletic talent to them. So we'll wait and see on that front. We don't even know if we're going to get to see basketball in the spring. TBD. TBD on the bubble in Indy. But yeah, I'm hoping New Orleans moves up. I think that best case move up, worst case, hey, stay as is. There's still good guys to take. Like, look, if they can land a legit combo guard at 13, and then they just go depth at the wing at 24, like long-term project piece. Maybe they go Poku. Maybe this enables them to go Poku at 13.
I mean,
shock some people.
See, so you said combo guard. Like, if you're going combo guard, I feel like you don't go Poku at 13. The only reason why I think that is there's going to be at 13 more prime combo guards than later on in the draft.
The only one really who I expect to fall that low.
I mean, RJ Hampton could be there. You could.
Oh yeah, RJ would be.
You could see RJ, Hayes, Kira.
I'm sorry,
and then
I'm an idiot.
Maxey.
RJ Hampton is what, Ricky? Is he athletic?
He's very athletic. Yeah,
I think that
he can shoot the ball too.
I think they might go for that then. That's I like Maxey. I like RJ there. I think Poku's still honestly like.
Yeah.
I might be the guy though.
His career trajectory.
The more I'm watching this like dumb comparisons of like Poku and like everything he could be, and it's like, well, if you're so high on, again, I mentioned it yesterday, you're so high on Chet, why aren't you high on Pokusevsky? Like, great question, man. I don't know.
Good question.
Is it because it's Europe? Maybe.
So 13. I think they stay at 13. I don't think that because like I'm trying to look at the teams above them, and like. I could see them moving up to 7. I could see them basically doing a deal that is 13 and 24 to move up to 7. If Patrick Williams ain't there and the Pistons don't want Halliburton or something, they could basically try to move up.
Taken before 7. I will lose my shit tomorrow if Patrick Williams gets picked before 7 because I've heard the rumors of the Bulls and I don't want to hear it.
No. Here's the rumor that I'm seeing circulating, and this is the only reason. Okay. It kind of takes 2 rumors, puts them together. So the one rumor is that the T-Wolves are trying to work with the Hawks to get the 6th pick. Why do you think they want the 6th pick? Well, it's come out that one of the guys they really like is Patrick Williams. And the only way they do that is trade up for him. So that's why the Culver and 17 for the 6th, if that happens, I think Williams gets taken at 6. And he's a Minnesota Timberwolf. Then... And the Pistons, it all comes down to, well, is it just next one on the board, which I think would be Tyrese Halliburton, because the Pistons, along with the Wizards, are another team. Weaver has talked a lot about he wants a guy with character. That's one of the top things, and Halliburton's a guy where people have talked very highly about his character, about how he works. So, like, if Williams is gone, the Pelicans call, they say, hey, we want to make a deal. They go up and get a Killian Hayes, get a fucking Tyrese Halliburton, and the Pistons, like, that's the thing. Would the Pistons like 2 picks or 3 picks, if we're talking Boston, rather than the 7?
Boston. Remember, Boston's already offered Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, and all 3 picks to move up. So, like,
don't forget Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's in that deal, too.
Jason Tatum, potentially Marcus Smart. They're going to keep Jaylen Brown, though. That's really their core. I can rip on Boston all day.
Grant Williams is he's the spark plug of that team.
Linchpin on that team. Can't move him, won't move him. untradeable.
Boston fans, we love, like, that's the thing I will say. People from Chicago might not get this.
It's a hate relationship.
Like,
it's great.
Well, people from outside Chicago might not get this. When we love you and like we love our fans, Chicagoans, we just rib each other back and forth. It's constant ribbing. That's how you know you're liked when you're in Chicago, when you got people making fun of you. I don't see anyone above the Pelicans at 13 being like, yeah, I really want the 13th and the 24th. To where my move is if they have a player in the 24th.
Yeah, what's that player though? Like, who is that guy?
That's the problem.
They don't have like.
I mean, I wouldn't trade a Josh Hart unless it's like a, what's his name? Fucking Williams. Is that his name? Let me see. Pelicans spot rack. Because, like, really, Zion's untouched. Ooh.
BI is going to get a max.
No, not Zion.
I said BI.
Oh, BI, yeah. Could they... Okay, I'm going to ask this, and this is going to sound very stupid.
Alexander Walker.
If a Kungwu falls, could they try to package Hayes with their 2 picks to move up and get a Kungwu and match a Kungwu next to Zion?
How high did Hayes go last year?
I think he was top 10.
I don't think
he was at 10.
Picks then.
Okay. Then like Hayes and 24, would that work?
Like 10 or something?
Let's see. Jackson Hayes. He went 8th overall. I'm sorry, 8th overall.
You don't have to trade 2 picks and him to move into the top 10.
Like, that's the thing. And the only reason why
He's not Obama. He is not an abomination to the center position.
The question then we'll get to is,
I love Obama.
Would the Pelicans think about moving on from a Hayes, or is it too early to tell because he was a rookie? Okay.
There's nothing to... They love him. He's energy in a bottle, man. He's basically like a long, lanky, athletic.
Was it Shaq Harrison he completely destroyed in Summer League, Dave?
No,
we watched him murder him.
Center.
That's it, yeah.
It was because I thought it was Gafford at first, but then Gafford and him had a competition of who could yam on who harder, and that was the greatest game of Summer League I think I've ever seen.
Except for the Zion, where he ripped the ball at Kevin Knox's hands and sent Kevin Knox back to the G.
Poor Kevin Knox.
Like, you think about it, that might have been the downfall of Kevin Knox's season. Like, after getting that ball.
Like, how do you recover from that mentally?
The young rook comes in and rips the ball out of your hands. But like,
that game, there were so many great memories from that time. Point being, no, Jackson Hayes is not someone you would give up on. I understand.
What about Nikhil?
Nikhil, I would consider. He's someone who he was very boomer bust. He hit his stride like in one game, and then he was just abysmal for like 10 games. I think he's got good potential still, but I could easily see them packaging him to move forward in this draft class.
Yeah, the only guys I look at that are contracts that are not restricted free agents, because they have a ton of restricted free agents this year. Besides like Hart, Redick, Lonzo, all untouchable. But like Nikhil, Darius Miller, Nico Melli, those are the 3 that I could see moving, but who wants them?
Floor spacer then next to Zion, like you can't miss that. That's the problem. So if you do move on from him, you need to pick up like a Jalen Smith in the draft, or you need to get someone who has that ability to space the floor. Duh.
Could Poku be that? Poku's not a spacer though, right? He's more of like a I was gonna say he's more of like a. Like, everything I've seen is, like, people compare him to Ben Simmons, Giannis.
Spacer.
Okay.
No, so Ben Simmons and Giannis are great.
Like, the ball handling thing is what I've seen. Okay.
Poku plays more like a guard who has shooting tendencies, where Chet is more in that Ben Simmons and Giannis. Even Leandro Bolmero, like, he's more of the drive and kick or drive and lay in kind of guy.
Okay.
Jaden McDaniels is great and all, but
Dave's like, don't come to me about Jaden McDaniels, okay, sons?
I will tell you about Jaden McDaniels.
Dave loves him, by the way.
I do. BI is basically everything Jaden McDaniels wishes he could be, and that's why I don't think he fits on the Pelicans. Yeah. Because that role is already taken by someone who's much better than you. So I don't think that he's the right fit for this team. I think a team like the Thunder we mocked before, would be an excellent spot for him, somewhere where he has the ability to have that ball in his hands. But like this team, you got mouths to feed. Zion and BI have to have the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lonzo is one of those quick touch passers. He's not someone who's out there to dribble the ball into the ground until there's 4 seconds left and then dish it and hope that his team bails him out of that poor decision. So I would 100% be okay with going with a Poku. I would 100% Jalen Smith. I think any stretch bigs, even if they do take like a Tilly in the second round, that would be fine.
Yeah.
But they need stretch big, or a stretch wing if they're moving on from Melly. Because again, he was basically like a filler for our boy Nico.
Yeah.
And I love Nico. And again, Nico was like, look, if you give me the ball, I can be more than just a stand behind the 3-point line gunner. And he proved it when he went back to Europe. So like, they need someone. Sadiq Bey would be incredible for them.
Yeah, the only thing.
He falls to 13, and I know no one thinks he will, but if he falls to 13 on draft night, Ricky, what's your favorite line on draft night? What are you
gotta run. You gotta run it right up to the podium, Dave.
Run that
ticket right up to the podium. Makes me sound old as dirt, by the way, because they don't run tickets up to the podium anymore.
No one's there. I mean, that's especially now. But
hypothetical here.
Yes.
If you're the Pelicans, do you try to move 13? Would 13 and 24 be enough? I don't know. Do you try to move with the Suns to get to 10 to get Sadiq Bey? Because I think that Sadiq, my first team to watch would be the Spurs. If the Spurs don't take him, the Kings, if they pass on him, would be stupid.
Why? They just added another 4. They said Ersan Ilyasova.
Yeah, I would say Sadiq is more of a 3 than a 4. Yeah, 3 and D wing. That's what he is. Yeah, I would say more of a 3 than a 4.
There are a lot of concerns about his lateral movement.
Yeah, I mean, again, like he's got things that need to be developed.
2.0 to me.
Okay.
Like and again, everybody's gonna see something different until we see him in the NBA. So
true,
that's totally
good point.
fine.
I just
that was 3 that I got off him.
If you think Kira is gonna be there at 13.
Kira could go at 8 for all we fucking know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Kira's on the board at 10, if you're the Suns, do you just take him at 10, or do you think, hey, we can trade back, get an extra pick, add to this team, and get the guy we want at 13 rather than 10? And then the Pelicans can move up, get Sadiq at 10.
If Kira falls to 10, they take him at 10. You can't gamble. Even if you call up 11, 12, and be like, who are you taking? You sure? Are you sure you're not trading that pick? Because if Kira falls to 12, you can't guarantee the Kings. I
wouldn't even trust that in any draft, because I wouldn't trust anybody to tell the truth.
Well, there's that, but like it's the Kangs gonna Kangs, you know?
Yeah.
And like we've heard rumors that they're ready to consider, drafting Kira even with De'Aaron Fox there.
I can't make the man, now that Vlade's not there, I can't make the joke that, man, you know who the Kings are gonna take? They'll take Yam Madur from
Matter is great.
Matter, that's it. Second round talent though, Dave, going that early in the first. I can't make that joke anymore.
He could be first round talent.
He could be. We never know.
How much you watch yourself?